Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe here with Deranged. So when you buy a UTV, one of the first things you do is go out and spend a bunch of money on all the different accessories that you want. You start to modify it. So myself, Garrett, and Dave got together and put together a list of our top 5 accessories. In other words, the top things that we first put on our UTV. Now this is going to really depend on the type of rider that you are. To me, there are really 3 different types of riders. There's the sport rider, which sport riders, they push the limits, they rock climb, and they have a big tough roll cage and do all kinds of stuff for that. And then there's the adventure rider. To me, the adventure riders are the guys that might get close to that edge a bit, but not really pushing it. Oftentimes they'll have their family and friends with them, really out for an adventure and not necessarily to get to the edge of the limits. And then there's the family or just your regular riders that just like to ride the trails and have a good time with their family. So to me, you fall into those 3 different categories. So the accessories that you choose when you buy your UTV or when you start modifying are really going to depend on what type of rider you are. But in this video, we focus on the adventure and family riders. So the top accessories to put on your UTV if you're just getting into it. So let's jump into it. Number 1.
So one of my favorite accessories on my machine is my Super ATV vented windshield that I have on here. Had it for several months now. It's been a solid unit. It lets in quite a bit of fresh air when you're riding. I've cleaned it many times, not a scratch on it. Just gotta know what you're doing. Baby shampoo, water, and a microfiber cloth. That's all you need. So yeah, I think this is one of my favorites. It's been solid, no complaints so far.
Number 2.
All right, Garrett here. My accessory choice is the bump seat. So I have the bump seat installed on 2017. The reason I'm choosing the bump seat for one of my accessories is because the fact that I have 5 people in my family, and I think most of the time when you're dealing with a 4-seater, you want to make it a 5-seater. So if you have a smaller kid in your family, the bump seat's way to go. I want to be able to take my whole entire family. So without a doubt, I have to choose the accessory, the bump seat, to be one of my high priorities to make sure I got this put on my machine first, which I did. It was one of my first installs when I bought the 2017 brand new, and I haven't looked back, and my 2.5-year-old loves it. We're just on a ride out yesterday and it worked great. So bump seat.
Number 3. A good stereo or a sound bar. I realize there's 100 different things you could spend money on and probably should spend money on before you get to a stereo, but to me it's super important, and here's the reason why. When you're out on the trail with your family, when you're out with the kids and wife and everything else, it really brings a different atmosphere to the ride. It helps them enjoy the ride more. It helps you enjoy the ride more, and really it can be a lot of fun to have some good music as you go along the trail. So to me, that's why it's one of the top accessories you should add to your UTV when you first get it. Number 4.
Another accessory I really like are the half doors. Knowing now what I didn't know then, I would have bought these a lot sooner because they cut down on dust and they're just so nice to have. I feel more secure with my kids in there, like they're not gonna fall out, as opposed to just having those stupid nets that were there before. And they're pretty solid units. I bought these off of partzilla.com and they took a little bit to install, but they're solid. I like them a lot. I would definitely buy these again.
And number 5.
So another accessory that I think is a must-have is the winch. I thought about the windshield, the light bars, all that other kind of stuff. So besides the bump seat, I'm gonna also have to go with the winch. And I really love the winch because I'm thinking about it a little bit, and when I was out this last weekend, I needed it actually 2 different times. And I feel like if you're by yourself, you're able to get yourself out of situations that you might not be able to do otherwise. And if you're out with riding with other people, you can also help them out. So I was able to actually use the winch to help get my truck unstuck out of some mud that I had issues with this weekend. And also there was a RZR that broke his front hub and wheel right off from jumping, and we helped winch him up the sand hill in order for a vehicle to come get him and put him on a trailer. So I'm gonna have to go with the winch.
Here's a bonus one, number 6. A good dustproof or waterproof toolbox to me is one of the most important accessories to have. The reason why is you should always carry with you what you need to rescue yourself or those around you while you're out on the trail, whether it's tools or tow straps or whatever else. And to keep it from wearing out too quick, to keep it from getting all nasty, it's ideal to keep it out of the dust and out of the water. So get yourself a good waterproof and dustproof storage to keep your gear in. I personally like this DeWalt toolbox that you see here. To me, it's a great waterproof storage option. It has some good amount of space in it, and it's small enough to fit in your RZR, but big enough to fit the things that you need in it. So for me, that's one of the first things you should get when you get a new UTV. So I know there's going to be a lot of opinions on this. What are your thoughts on what accessories you should get when you get a new UTV? Should it be a stereo or lights or whatever like we're talking about, or is there other things that are more important? Leave your thoughts in the comments below so we can have a discussion about it. With that said, that's it for this video. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Share this with your friends. We really appreciate your support and your subscription to the channel. Until the next time, we'll see you.